Scary stories can also be told after a vacation in a hotel. Sometimes supernatural things happen there, too. We stayed in a two-story small hotel in one of the southern cities. The building is small, only 20 rooms. And, of course, during the season everything is packed to capacity. We arrived with my wife and child. As it should be, we go to the beach in the morning after breakfast and in the evening we go out somewhere. The room we had on the second floor is small, like the hotel itself. And the walls are like plywood. Often you can hear what's going on in the room next door. And here's the interesting thing, everywhere in the evening music laughs, but our neighbors are quiet. Only I sometimes hear someone walking there. Heavy, unhurried footsteps. As if a man walks from one wall to the other. I wonder what kind of strange guy lives there. And then one day I finally managed to see our neighbor. I went back to room during breakfast to get a cell phone. I look, just an elderly man opens the door to the next room. Of course he was dressed strangely. It was hot in the morning outside and he was in a strict suit. I said hello. He turned to me, frowning, as if he had been pulled away from something important. He nodded, entered the room and closed the door behind him. I heard the usual footsteps. He started to measure the room again. I went back to my room, told him about our neighbor, and we forgot all at once. The vacation was short, but we had a lot to do. 2 weeks flew by like an instant. We were getting ready to go home. I forgot to tell you that we listened to our strange neighbor's footsteps every day for 2 weeks. He walked and walked like a maniac until midnight. When we checked out, I was just about to leave, but I decided to ask the woman behind the counter what kind of man lived with us for 2 weeks. Her face twisted in surprise. I think it even turned a little pale. She asked me what he looked like. And when I described him, she crossed herself silently. Silently she took me to the second floor, opened the door of the room next to ours with her key. I followed her in and was speechless. I was frightened. Apparently the room was being renovated, but it was not finished. Furniture and cellophane, tools scattered. The floor was covered with a layer of dust, and there were no shoe marks. The woman told me under great secrecy that the guest I was describing did indeed live in this room, but about 5 years ago. Here he also met his last hours. And they can't finish the repairs because builders are constantly interrupted by someone. Electric tools often burn out, then the stairs suddenly folded. Soon there were no more people in the whole town who wanted to renovate their rooms. I came out shaken. I did not tell my wife anything. I paid the bill and left. And all the way back I thought about my strange neighbor. Apparently, he is bored in his room alone, so he goes out for a walk sometimes. Thank you for watching my videos. Subscribe to the channel, give me likes if you liked it. This is very important to me.